Meet Maya. She just got $200 for her birthday, and her mom suggests she put it in a savings account. Maya wonders, if she puts her money in the bank, will she actually get more money back? The answer is yes, and today we're going to learn exactly how that works using something called simple interest. By the end of this video, Maya and you will know how to calculate exactly how much a bank will pay you just for saving your money. Let's go! So, what exactly is interest? Here's the cool part. When you put your money in a bank, the bank actually uses your money to run its business. And as a thank you, the bank pays you extra money. That payment is called interest. Think of it like renting out your money. The bank borrows it, does stuff with it, and pays you rent. Maya is starting to love this idea. The more money you save and the longer you leave it there, the more interest you earn. Pretty sweet deal, right? Before we use the formula, let's learn 3 super important words. First, principal. That's the money you start with. For Maya, her principal is $200. Next, rate. This is the percentage the bank pays you each year, like 5% per year. And finally, time. How many years you keep the money in the bank. Put these 3 things together and you can calculate interest, the bonus money the bank pays you. Principal, rate, time. Say those 3 words with me. You're going to need them. Here it is, the magic formula. I equals P times R times T. That's it. I stands for interest, the money you earn. P is your principal, your starting amount. R is your rate, as a decimal. And T is your time, in years. This formula is like a superpower. Once you know it, you can figure out how much any savings account will earn. Maya sees this formula and takes a deep breath. It looks simple, but let's make sure we know exactly how to use it. Ready to try it out? Here's a really important step that trips a lot of students up, converting the rate from a percent to a decimal. The formula uses R as a decimal, not a percent. So if the bank offers 5% interest, you don't plug in 5, you plug in 0.05. How do you convert? Just divide by 100. Move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So 5% becomes 0.05, 10% becomes 0.10, 3% becomes 0.03. Maya almost forgot this step, but now she's got it. Always convert your rate before using the formula. Okay, let's solve Maya's problem. She deposits $200, that's her principal. The bank offers 5% per year, that's her rate, which becomes 0.05 as a decimal. She plans to leave the money for 3 years, that's her time. Now we plug into the formula. I equals P times R times T. So I equals 200 times 0.05 times 3. Let's multiply. 200 times 0.05 equals 10. Then 10 times 3 equals 30. Maya earns $30 in interest. She started with $200, and after 3 years, she'll have $230. Maya is thrilled. The bank literally paid her just for saving. Now here's an important bonus step. The interest formula gives you I, the extra money you earned. But often you want to know the total amount in your account. For that, just add the principal and the interest together. Total equals P plus I. For Maya, that's $200 plus $30, which equals $230. So after 3 years, Maya doesn't just have $30, she has $230 in her account. Remember, interest is just the bonus. The total is your starting money plus that bonus. This is a step students often forget on tests, so keep it in mind. Let's try another one. Marcus saves $500 to buy a new bike. He puts it in a bank account with a 4% annual interest rate for 2 years. What interest does he earn? Principal is $500. Rate is 4%, which becomes 0.04 as a decimal. Time is 2 years. So I equals 500 times 0.04 times 2. First, 500 times 0.04 equals 20. Then 20 times 2 equals 40. Marcus earns $40 in interest. His total in the bank after 2 years is 500 plus 40, which equals $540. Not bad. That's almost enough for a bike helmet, too.
Now let's flip the formula and solve for time. Suppose Priya has $300 in a bank at 5% per year, and she wants to earn exactly $60 in interest. How many years does she need to wait? We know I equals 60, P equals 300, R equals 0.05. Plugging in, 60 equals 300 times 0.05 times T. First, 300 times 0.05 equals 15. So now we have 60 equals 15 times T. To find T, divide both sides by 15. 60 divided by 15 equals 4. So T equals 4 years. Priya needs to leave her money in the bank for 4 years to earn $60. The formula works backwards too. That's real power. Here's one more challenge, solving for rate. Jordan puts $600 in the bank for 3 years and earns $90 in interest. What was the interest rate? We know I equals 90, P equals 600, and T equals 3. Plugging in, 90 equals 600 times R times 3. First, multiply 600 times 3, which equals 1800. So 90 equals 1800 times R. Now divide both sides by 1800. R equals 90 divided by 1800, which equals 0.05. Convert to a percent. 0.05 equals 5%. The bank's interest rate is 5%. Maya is watching and nodding. She now understands the formula from every angle. You can solve for any missing piece. Let's go big! Sophia's parents saved $1,200 in a college fund at a 6% annual interest rate for 5 years. How much interest do they earn? Principal is $1,200. Rate is 6%, which becomes 0.06 as a decimal. Time is 5 years. So I equals 1,200 times 0.06 times 5. First, 1,200 times 0.06 equals 72. Then 72 times 5 equals 360. They earn $360 in interest. The total in the account is $1,200 plus $360, which equals $1,560. Saving a bigger amount at a higher rate really adds up fast. Sophia's college fund is growing, and now she knows exactly how much. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the most common mistakes students make with simple interest. Number 1, always convert your rate from percent to decimal before multiplying. Plugging in 5 instead of 0.05 will give you a totally wrong answer. Number 2, time must be in years. If you're given months, divide by 12 first. Number 3, remember that I is only the interest earned, not the total. Number 4, if the question asks for the total account balance, always add principal plus interest. Maya wrote these tips on her notebook, and you should too. Remember when Maya stared at her $200 birthday money, wondering if the bank would actually grow it? Now she and you can calculate exactly how much. The formula I equals P times R times T is your key to understanding how money grows. Principal is your starting amount, rate is converted to a decimal, time is in years, and interest is your reward for saving. Add I back to P, and you've got your total balance. Whether you're solving for I, P, R, or T, this formula has you covered.